Please tell me that I'm not the only one with my jaw on the floor after watching Trump reference his penis, his actual cock. Yes, his dick, at the Republican debate. I know how people work, and they will start to type replies or like or thumbs down without reading 99% of this post. My response to that is, and therein lies the problem. Just in case anybody has the desire to know what's in the body of my posting but legitimately doesn't have the time to read it, I will be attaching a recording of this because I would really love to be heard on this particular topic. So, here it goes, for anyone who has the ability to actually consider some well-thought words from someone with a different opinion from yours. Rarely happens. For those that think our country's safety would be in jeopardy if a certain someone else was elected due to a lapse in judgment regarding sensitive emails. Oh, wait. To all of the die-hard Hillary haters, just hang in there with me for a second. I will circle back to Donald Trump's penis again in just a second. Back to the emails, I can promise you, this is something that has absolutely happened in the careers of every single person involved in the campaign for presidency at one point or another in their supposedly fault-free, pure as the driven snow political careers. Please, guys, quit pointing the fingers over that issue. The intentions of those involved, and yes, you better believe there was more than one person involved. The things that happened behind the scenes and the circumstances surrounding the incident are things we do not have access to in order to righteously make a judgment that would flatly categorize someone as a person of poor character. On the other hand, Trump's character is so blatantly horrible that he does not even attempt to refrain from exposing his poor judgment and lack of consideration for other human beings in public forums that are being observed all over the frickin' planet. There can be no misunderstanding. I do not hesitate to point the finger in this particular instance. I have zero guilt for judging him, because I do know the facts, all of them. Just one of those facts being the mention of the size of his dick on national television during a presidential debate. That is a fact, Jack. Also, do not think for a second that his handlers have not attempted to rein him in. This is another example of his narcissism, his stubbornness, and his gaping lack of humility. He continues to behave in this manner, even at the possible cost of losing his chance at the presidency. The arrogance is astounding. Regarding the safety of our country, I can also promise you that the safety of our precious country will be much more at risk when our president /class clown /TV star /resident spoiled brat proceeds to spout insulting, crude, and antagonistic statements to foreign leaders all around the world. If you are in favor of having our country slip even farther into the depths of international humiliation and have the last shreds of our respectability pissed all over by this man-child, then cast your vote and be ashamed of yourselves. This is not reality TV. It will not be fun and entertaining and exciting to see the leaders of our country having to scramble to clean up the messes this man will make. I have never, in the past, been concerned enough about the role of the presidency. It's the lobbyists who run our little shindig here anyway. But I am this time around. I do not enjoy political debates, religion-inspired shit-slinging, or pretty much any other emotionally charged and equally esoteric topics. This is because one of the most disappointing aspects of our society is, unfortunately, people's propensity to scream opinions and judge others with ferocity and righteous indignation, while half the time lacking any cohesiveness in their own personal lives between their condemnation of others and their own thoughts and deeds. We are a culture of hypocrites. I am 100% sure that 100% of the folks that claim Donald Trump would make a good president would not feel that way if some of the ugliness that comes from his mouth was directed toward them personally. But it seems that this is certainly acceptable and even admired, as long as it's directed at someone else. It kind of reminds me of the perverted crowds in the Roman games cheering the misfortune of someone else. Have a little self-respect, people. Just a little. Try to think about someone other than yourselves and the immediate gratification you would feel at having a bully tell someone you don't like to go to hell. which is exactly what his constituents are doing. As much as it would feel good in the moment to have a president who will literally tell another country to fuck off, what will the repercussions be? These people who want to vote for someone who makes them feel better through childish retaliation and bullying are actually raising our precious children, who unfortunately are already on the path to being the most emotionally stunted and self-indulgent generation in the history of mankind. Yes, I know that statement is an overgeneralization, but this makes me sick. To parents vigorously supporting Trump, you are behaving like barbarians, and you don't even care to take a closer look what your stance is teaching your children. You try to tell your children to say please and thank you, while at the same time, they observe you actively promoting a man that willingly and publicly hurts other people on a regular basis. Going forward, it will be a struggle to be polite any longer with anyone who openly indicates that he or she thinks Trump would be an appropriate president. Feel free to unfriend me. P.S. And for anyone who will jump on the bandwagon of saying, my, awfully judgmental, Rebecca, for someone condemning judgmental ninnies who would vote for Trump, do yourself a favor and scroll back to the top of this posting to be reminded why judging this man's behavior in the manner in which I am judging is 100% justified. The facts speak for themselves. There is absolutely no justification for his behavior. And finally, anyone who thinks that there is justification should take a good long look at their own behavior, just to make sure that you don't look like Trump yourself.